let us invite upon stage Dr. Manish Pandya, sir. He is professor and HOD at Mahavir Hospital and Manish IVF Center. And sir has won many special awards: the Dynamic Indian of the Millennium Award by KG Foundation, Gynec Excellence Award by Foxy in 2020, Commendable Editor-in-Chief by IESRF in 2021, and sir has trained many residents under him and has various publications. He has published 8 books by JP Publication, 3 chapters in postgraduate series by BI Publication, and 1 chapter on DUB. Sir has presented 65 total presentations in various journals and 737 presentations as faculty in conference.
Thank you for kind words, announcer, and good afternoon. After delicious lunch, MC પટેલનું નામ સાંભળ્યું હશે. એક વખત બહુ સરસ વસ્તુ કહેતા કે પોસ્ટ લંચ સેશન એટલે શું? જ્યારે પેન્ટના 2 બટન તૂટી ગયા હોય અને વચલા બટનને પેન્ટ ટકાવી રાખવાની જવાબદારી સોંપવામાં આવી હોય, એવું જ કામ પોસ્ટ લંચ સેશનના ઓરેટરનું છે કે લોકોને પરાણે જગાડવાના હોય. So thank you very much, BOGS, for giving me opportunity to come to you. These are 2 QR codes. You can scan these 2 QR codes. One is of my Orchid, which contains 116 publication, and one is of YouTube. You can see more than 200 videos of my presentation, Pan India. Welcome to Bhuj. Sir, the moment child is born, mother is also born. She is there, mother is something new. How beautifully everything is arranged by Almighty. Whenever child borns, mother is ready to take care of it. Sultan may be somewhere there in Africa or Nairobi, but mother is always there with the baby. So with the blessings of mother of mine, 3 books written by us is recommended in Royal College as a reading material. Fetal echocardiography and technique of IVF made easy is available as a 2nd edition. I am editor-in-chief of 2 journals. One is Indian Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology. Those students want to publish their work to get their post-graduation, they can publish their work in this Scopus recognized journal. If you want to publish your work internationally, you can go for Open Access Journal in Gynecology. I worked as a KOL. Jitu is finally saying that starting from 85 rupees to 35 rupees dydrogesterone. I am working on dydrogesterone since 2000, so I am 24-year old in dydrogesterone. Recently in Copenhagen, I got opportunity to interview Professor Herman Tourney. You can see this interview on my YouTube channel, Manish 4269. The topic given to me by Punit is 120 kilometers away from my heart, because I am nowhere in medical legal setup anywhere, but thank you. Because of your given topic, I have to read a lot regarding the ART law, and I had come to the conclusion that ignorance of law is not an excuse. And Jitu has now recently said, કાયદામાં રહેશો તો ફાયદામાં રહેશો. So these are 2 words for registration. Whenever you want to start practice of ART, it is an art. It is an art to do ART, but for that your center must be get registration. Those who are doing IUI without registration, a humble request that IUI is level 1 registration, mandatory under section 15. If you are doing IUI without registration and somebody comes, it is not a good offense. If you want to do IUI, you can go to the place where they are registered for level 2, in which all the procedures, IUI, surrogacy, IVF, embryo transfer, gift, ZIFT, ICSI, ovum donation, everything you can go for that level 2 center. So it is mandatory under section that you have to register your center, and registration is up to 5 years. And registration is costing 2 lakh rupees. Okay. IUI, I am talking about level 2 center. It is not refundable. It is non-refundable. And 5 years from the date of registration, you have to display. Now, one more is on the display is Clinical Establishment Act. I had never seen any office of any consultant who have got this many registration in their board. MTP, TL, PCPNDT, IVF, then this Clinical Establishment Act, then Municipality, Form C, Form E, Fire, GPCB. Okay, this so rather than producing your own achievement, you have to go more for registration. That's why I can see very few presence in post-lunch session because they don't want to learn this thing. So you have to display it on a board. Display certification of registration is under section 16. The certificate should be on the conspicuous space. You cannot hide that certificate anywhere else. That should be displayed to the patient and public, just like your PCP and DT, and you have to say the duration and validity of such registration. Renewal you can do after 5 years, but one thing is very good, that no application of renewal shall be rejected without being opportunity to get heard. So once you have got registration, if you are applying for re-registration, you have to apply again the same appropriate authority in the prescribed form with prescribed fee. Another they are giving for another period of 5 years. But if they deny, then you can have all the rights to get your you can apply for this appropriate authority why they had rejected your registration. Before commencing any act on ART on any patient, you have to see the eligibility of that commencing couple. You cannot say anybody here and there, they can come to you and you can do IVF on them. Prescribed manner that woman age 21 to 50 years, male 21 to 50 years. Why there is 5-year extension to male? Jitu, you know that male gain their andropause after 12 years of its, or 12 to 13 years. But women are complete. You know, all women are complete. They born, they born with the infinite number of ovaries at the age of 5 months. So they are complete, and they are complete because they are XX. You see, this table is grounded. But Jitu, you see, Jitu is sitting on only one limb. Why? Because it has got X and Y. So it is genetical deformity that man can have tried to get imbalance because of the Y. So it is not that women, they are not going anywhere because they are excess. You see, they are more grounded, more tabled, and more stable. Yes, Jitu, comment on that. આવતો હતો એટલા માટે આ 5 વર્ષનો ગેપ રાખ્યો. Female are much more mature, not more mature, much more mature. We have to accept that. And as we are working with female and you are mentioning in front of my name Sri and Sri, we are dealing with female, so we cannot deny that female are not mature. They are much mature than the male. That's why they are XX. So thank you very much. And so we have to take that advantage at pinch of salt that maturity of male comes after 5 years. So they had given 5-year extension, and we have to take all this investigation. Yes, madam. Anybody wants to say something? Yeah. Okay. So we have to go for all the HIV, HBC, HCV, and syphilis and VDRL before commencing any couple for ART. Sorry. Donor gametes we have to take only from the registered ART bank. Registered bank will supply donor gametes to the registered ART clinic only. So now you have to get one more marriage. Previously we are getting marriage with our anesthetists, so they come to us easily. Now if you want to do ART practice, either you have to make your own marriage with your own ART bank, just like Himanshu Bhai has gone, they have got their own bank, Santan Bank and IVF, and somebody they are doing both. So you have to commence, you have to take only from the registered ART bank. Clinic shall issue an appropriate commissioning couple discharge certificate. It should be must after doing any, either you are doing sperm retrieval or semen sample or either doing ovum pickup, you have to give them the discharge certificate. Counseling takes utmost part. Just like any procedure, IVF, cesarean section, hysterectomy, you have to counsel the provided professional counseling. You have to give them the advantage, disadvantage, cost, medical side effect, multiple pregnancy rate, and just like in contraception, one very good approach is gather approach. Greet her, ask her, help her, teach her, and explain in detail. Like that IVF also we have to give them the options that we have got IUI, IVF, ICSI, TESA, MESA, and affiliately all you do, we have multiple of PESA. So we have to explain them in detail all about the counseling. We have to give them that this child born through this ART is the own your biological child, and the child has got all the rights as your own child. The IVF child doesn't get any right, no. It gives to the biological couple. You have to give them the confidentiality that everything we are doing, it should be confidential. From who had taken ovum, only the number will be there. From who had taken the semen, only number will be there. Only condition in which the National Registry in a medical emergency at a request of the commissioning couple to whom for the information relates by an order of a court under the competent judiciary. So if court asks, you have to give them the, provide them the original gamete donor or original sperm donor. Otherwise, there are so many wiki donors are there in the market. So you don't have to disclose them, you have to make them confidential. You should give a grievances cell. Now it is a very good thing that anybody, you have to display this grievances cell in of your clinic, and you have to give them the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persons are there. One is legal person, one is from the society, one is from the doctor, and they can call any time that this grievances I have got against this Dr. Puni, Dr. RG, Dr. Jitu or Dr. Me against me. They can have given any grievances and they can write directly to the National Registry. So sometimes this grievances cell work as a gun holding in the hand of rabbits. Anybody can have any grievances against you and they can complain anywhere, but you have to make a grievances cell and it should be formed under section 21. Consent, we all know that consent should be written. All possible stages of such treatment, we have to give them the options of freezing embryo. Everything should be written in consent. Beautifully designed under section 7, all these different form of consents are there. Just you have to download from the website of ART. You have to keep the records, oocyte donor, consent form should be there. And every time, whenever you are doing every cesarean, one cesarean section consent is not continue for all. So in every procedure, even you are doing second time ovum pickup, don't consider that your previous consent will work. You have to take the consent again also. So these consent forms are available from the ART bank. One beautiful thing that any time, any commissioning couple may withdraw his or her consent at any time before human embryo gamete are transferred. So until you had got transferred this, blastocyst is transferred, then things are over. But before transfer, they can withdraw the consent at any time. Consent would be, everybody knows, it should be in a local language. It should be written in the Malayali. I don't understand this all jalebin like this. So it should be there in the local language. Insurance. Now you have to take insurance of that couple in prescribed amount for 12 months. This is for the ovum donor, 12 months, and in favor of oocyte donor for 36 months. In favor of surrogates, you have to take the insurance by commissioning couple or a woman, and it should be taken not from any company. It should be under the IRDA, that is Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority. In under 99, there are few companies, that National India Insurance like that. You have to take insurance from that company only. And Dr. Bhavisi has rightly told, there should be affidavit by intending couple. The couple should sign an affidavit to sworn before the Metropolitan Magistrate or Judicial Magistrate of first class, given guarantee as per section 22(4) for assisted reproduction technology. So you cannot take surrogate like hay and way. You have to take written affidavit consent by the intending people. You have to maintain the records of all the banks, all donor, all oocyte, all sperm, they be used or unused in the manner they are used or in the manner they are kept in your records. It should be kept by all clinical banks, all national registry. Every time you have to put it all on all 9. All information available with them in the process of commissioning couple. Inform to the national registry with the number of donors, how many sperm and donors are there, whether they are screened. The registry is maintained within a period of 1 month from the date of receipt of such information. So you are doing something, you have to complete, just like GST. GST you have to fill every month. So every month you have to write to the national registry. Prevention of records. Now here it is liable. You have to maintain the records up to 10 years. After 10 years, if you are not continuing your center, then all this you can transfer to the national registry and clinical database. Provided that if any criminal offense, suppose after 9.5 years, somebody filed case against me, so then I have to keep that particular record unless and until that case goes for final disposal. So even after 10 years, that case is continuing up to another 10 years, I have to keep that record for unless and until finest disclosure of that case is there. For surrogacy, 25 years you have to keep your all the records, so that baby who is born or the surrogate mother, they got all the rights to get their records legally. Preservation of records in such a manner that you have to preserve all the records to the National Registry or National Board. Person authorized by National Board on the behalf of National Board then come at any time. They can ask, no haywire person will come to your clinic to ask for any records. There should be a person coming for inspection either from the National Board, National Registry or State Board, and they can authorize to see your records. Provision for retrieval and transfer. This is a very good section 24. They can sell, retrieve oocyte as specified in regulation. Previously, people are taking number of oocytes from any given donor. But now, not more than 3 transfer you can do. Single embryo transfer nowadays everywhere is mandatory. A woman shall not be treated with gametes or embryo derived from more than one man and woman from any other cycle. So you cannot mix the semen. You cannot split the ovum. In the collection of gamete posthumously, suppose during your treatment some patient expired, so on post-mortem or posthumously you can take the ovum pickup by taking the consent of commissioning couple. Some donor you had prescribed, but during that procedure donor may get expired, so posthumous gamete collection can be only done with the prior consent. And RG, I thought you had given this note that you are only knowing that at the age of 5 weeks of gestation, maximum numbers of oocytes are there. That's why they had kept that the clinic shall not use the ovum that derived from fetuses. So there are so many concerns. So you can do it, but everything should be in a legal form. PGD, we all know that PGD can be given in a genetics testing in a pre-existing heritable and genetic disease only. It should not be done in any way. The donation of embryo after PGD or diagnosis will be approved for research laboratory with the approval of commissioning couple. With the pre-existing heritable and life-threatening genetic diseases, you can go for PGDs. No preconceptional sex selection on PGD's embryo. No prenatal sex determination on PGD embryos. For the exception to diagnose, to prevent or treat sex-linked disorder or diseases, you can do this type of things. But if nothing to promote or probability of particular sex to identify the sex. So no PCPNDT. You should not combine ART with PCPNDT. 3 females are there and they are coming to you and they are saying that I want to get male child. Then center says I will give male child. This is a criminal offense, and for that sourcing of gametes only by registered and independent bank only. Bank only supplies sperm and oocytes to a single donor or more than a commissioning couple. So a male can donate their sperm one or twice to a different donor. Bank shall not supply a sperm and single donor to more than one commissioning couple. Suppose a man is going and they want to give 2 consecutive samples, it is not pardonable and never for the date delay. Oocyte donor donate only once in their lifetime and not more than 7 oocytes. This is probably because they don't want to go for OHSS. So to prevent the risk of OHSS, you can get the maximum number of oocytes, that is 7. And the question remains whatsoever and the remaining oocytes, whether you can take or not. RG says you can take it. OHSS. So if you are getting 30 oocytes, then you have to say, say only 7s are coming. So this is the paucity of that law or advocacy of the all. All unused oocytes shall be preserved by banks and used on the same recipient. Given, or suppose she become pregnant and 4 oocytes or 4 embryos are there. After taking the consent, you can take this for the research under the act after saying written consent from the commissioning couple. A bank shall obtain necessary information in respect to sperm or ovum. This is very good. Say that with Aadhaar card, you can donate. So someone coming from abroad, a foreign delegate wants to give your sperm and donor to the Indian bank. If they have got Aadhaar card, then they can give. Without Aadhaar card, they cannot donate their sperm and ovum to the Indian couple. Such manner as prescribed shall undertake written consent from donor and confidentiality should be maintained in the Act under section 27. Storage. A gamete or embryo shall be stored for period not more than 10 years. So what should be done after 10 years? Such gamete or embryo shall be allowed to perish or to donate to the research organization registered under this act with the consent that commissioning couple or the individual. Research on human gametes under section 30, the use of any human gametes and embryo on their transfer to any country outside India is prohibited. You cannot transfer sperm and semen. Previously, people are doing oocyte donation in Nepal and they are coming to India. Nowadays, because of that, everything is prohibited. But in India, research of human gametes within India is performed with prior consent of the commissioning couple. Somebody had made their embryo frozen in my place and now they are transferred to Tamil Nadu. With the consent, they can have a commissioning couple, prior consent, they can take that ovum and or the freezed embryos at Tamil Nadu in the cold chain, whatsoever they want to take. Without the court, with the court permit. With board permit, national board permit. One center to another. So transferring will be there. So you have to do with the prior consent. What about the right of born child under section 31? The child born through ART should be deemed to be the biological father. Commission couple are said to be the rights and privilege. Natural child from this commissioning couple under any law at any time of the force, the donor replenish or destroy their rights on the child which is born by his or her gametes. So sometimes donor cannot say that this child belongs to me because I am his original genetic mother. They had given replenished all the rights to their gametes and rights coming to the commissioning couple only. So offenses are there. This is a very good section under 32, sex selection of ART. The clinic, bank, agent therefore shall not issue, publish, distribute, communicate or cause to be issued, publish, distributed or communicate any advertisement in any manner including internet facilities of sex selection. If you are doing this and if you are caught in this, it will be punishable. Imprisonment for 5 years extend to 10 years, 10 lakhs to 25 lakhs imprisonment or both. First time fine is 5 lakh, subsequent imprisonment for 3 to 8 years and fine up to 10 to 25 lakhs. I don't know why after this so many centers are flourishing everywhere because fine is too much, 25 lakhs fine and 5 year to 8 year imprisonment. So carry on message, please apply for registration in time, do it in time renewal, display certificate of registration at conspicuous spaces, preserve presentation and maintenance of record of proper, please maintain confidentiality of all parties involved in ART, sending record in time to the National Registry within 1 month, comply with provision of law, have a medical legal opinion, since one point, ignorance of law is not an excuse. Mane khabar noti, that is not an excuse, you can be punishable at any time. May need is difficulty because they are ready to enjoy the success, and that is a part of male, said by APJ Abdul Kalam, and I am happy to share the Dynamic Indian of Millennium Award with our president. If you are good, Jitu, you can have your paper register under GIF. So many companies are using, 86 company of dydrogesterone using my paper on dydrogesterone. So you know that it is a very good thing if you are on paper. Now this is, enjoy the success. Voice is not there, boss.
To be happy is here. And the way to be happy is to make someone happy and have a little heaven.
It is a very good nursery poem. सबको खुश करना है. The time to be happy is now.
To be happy is now. And the place to be happy is here. And the way to be happy is to make someone happy and have a little heaven right.
So you know law better. You prevent yourself. કાયદામાં રહેશો તો ફાયદામાં રહેશો. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. હે નહીતર એકલા અલાયદામાં રહેશો, નહીતર પછી અલકાયદામાં રહેશો. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We are incredibly grateful for the time and effort you have dedicated for this topic. and shared the knowledge in a very clear way.